Hello, and welcome to New Year's special. Now, I couldn't actually think of what to do for the New Year's special, but at what time did this drop? Very recently, a new Wii U thing dropped, which is very rare and so very exciting, and it's super modular and funky, and so we're going to take a look at it. And doing a little bit of life hacking, or modding, or whatever you want to call it. So let me just show you what came out today. This. So this is the thread on GBA temp, and it is the release of Tiramisu environment, being described as a free cold boot HacksG. So this is environment to be loaded with this thing, which is the environment loader, which is a payload which should be run with the custom RPX launcher. And then that also uses the payload loader installer. It's very modular. So you cold boot into environment loader, which then loads Tiramisu, which is your kind of environment. So it's a modular legacy environment for the Wii U. It runs custom firmware, which uses a modified version of something called Mocha. So you may have used Mocha before if you're not using HackG, and that will boot the homebrew channel for you. And also provides an auto menu. It's a free and modular cold boot HackG alternative with some extra features. It supports the quick start menu of the gamepad, which is awesome, and blocks updates as well. So there's a guide here as well. So it uses Mocha. This is the custom version of Mocha it uses. There's also the homebrew launcher. It uses its own kind of wrapper. And then there's also the auto boot menu, which even is its own menu, as you can see. So you can kind of slot in menus and do other things. There is a full installation guide, which we'll take a look at in a minute. Now, obviously, at the moment, my Wii U is running something called Cold Boot HacksG, which uses a DS game, and this is basically a free cold boot environment, which is very cool. So the usage is you place Mocha from Mocha into the folder here, a few like that, and then you can also add things like Blue Pair, which I'm not sure what that is. It allows connecting controllers from other things like native. So you can connect Switch controllers, Xbox One controllers, DualShock 4 controllers. Very, very cool. So a USB serial logger. What does that do? It requires a USB serial cable, and it. Don't tell me that's bored. Fucking 57k board. Looks like it, and you need a terminal. So it's a logger, terminal logger. So you could literally shove the Wii U whatever out into like a teletype if you really wanted to. So that's very cool. Open the homebrew launcher, start the Meme Maker. You can download a little bundle here. So it comes with a website. I guess tiramisu.foryour.cafe. I don't know. It's the main page here. Okay, this is very cool. So you've got a couple of payloads. Let's say, oh yeah, I want that. Okay, so you can kind of build what you want here, which is quite cool. So I want that as well. Why not? And we'll want that as well. That's super cool. So what was the other page we went to? So this is just to sort of download everything and comes with everything. So this comes with the custom firmware and all. Okay, that comes with everything. Okay, that's very cool. Well, I guess we'll use that. Credits. Okay, so I guess we'll get on with it. Using the guide. The guide has already been updated to support the new environment. I don't think we'll need this open, but if you want to take a look at this and run kind of the modules individually, you can. let's take a look. Obviously, if you're doing this for the first time, you'll probably want to make sure that you read all of this. You don't need a DS game or anything like that anymore. Now, I'm not going to take a NAND backup because I like to live dangerously. I did mess the quote up, but I also like to live dangerously. Yes, there you go. Blah, 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 blah. You can do all these sort of cool things. So yeah, let's get the music going.
2,572 COVID cases have been registered.
Lovely. Wonderful. Smooth, but not exactly what I wanted. Right. Oh, I have loud or nothing at all. Whatever. So, before starting, you need something. All regions 5.5.5 or below, which is all of them. Okay, let's go for it. Continue to tiramisu. Now, what we do need to do is uninstall Cold Boot Hextree first. Now, we're not using index scene, so let's go for it. So what we need to do... Hello. Hello. Hello, Sam. We'll plug in the SD card. Actually, we don't need to do that, do we? Actually, we want to plug back in the SD card. Bonk. So, let's turn the Wii on. I'll try and show you what I'm doing here via Wi-Fi, the power of Wi-Fi. So let's see if we can get this working here. Now, there is going to be a stupid watermark on screen. I can't really do much about that, so I'm just going to do 720p. I don't really care about the watermark. Let's get started crop things, but we'll just... Okay. So you're looking at my keyboard at the moment. Do some weird sort of... weird effects. But yeah, so. Don't know how big we want this, really. Not too big. We'll stick it down here. I want to make this a little bit smaller. Okay. This is not going to be perfect, but we'll go ahead and turn the Wii U on here. I don't really have any sort of jig to get it to look decent, but as long as it focuses, I don't really care. Oh, hello there. You can see me. Face reveal, I guess. Hello. There you go, New Year's face reveal. There you go. You get some horrible moray pattern. So. I don't really have any way I can lean this or anything like that. So, launch the homebrew launcher. I've only got access to the gamepad at the moment, so... do that. So what we need to do is uninstall Cold Boot Hextree first. It's pretty important that we do that. In order to do that, we need to go to launch the... I've got to find where it is now. There we go, Cold Boot Hextree installer. run that. It's gonna, now it's on Dr. Karishima's brain training. Please focus. I'm trying to focus you. And it's like, no! Whatever, who cares? Right. And then press B. Which is this button. I will reboot the console. Okay. I've done this before, so I've uninstalled it before. Finger, a grotesque finger in the middle of the screen. Alright. So. Keep knocking the camera. Then we go to settings here. We go ahead and uninstall the Don't Touch Me application. This is the fun bit. So. I haven't got much space left, have I? Come on. I got 6 gigs. I did follow these instructions. I did exactly what it said. Try again here. We'll do it again just to make sure. Just to see how much. Rotates finger and desk. Just see how much. See if how much the screen this thing has taken up. Not too bad. You can see stuff. Right. Okay. I should probably run the uninstaller again just to make sure. It did do it. I think what it is I didn't reboot it. So let me just make sure that I reboot it. It might be that I didn't restart the console. And it might have been still in use or something. It does look like... I'll just double check, make sure it isn't trying to boot to it still. As long as it's not booting to it, then it's whatever. As long as cold boot XG doesn't appear here. I don't know what you're actually seeing right now. There you go. Wii U. There you go. Move the gamepad here. Let's tinsel out. It's still technically sort of Christmas. The 12 days of Christmas exist. Although nowadays it's not really. Christmas technically goes until, I think, what, the 7th of January or something. Although obviously nowadays it's not really enforced. As you can see, I don't remember seeing the CBHC menu. So it should be fine now to just uninstall it. It's because I forgot to reboot the system before trying to uninstall. So. Really shouldn't be doing this one-handed, just in case I fuck up, but it'll be alright. At this point, it doesn't really matter what I do to it. It will say don't touch me, but you can install it fine now. Because obviously cold boot hacks has been removed from it. So it should be good. Audio levels quickly while I'm here. A touch loud. Okay. Let's just go ahead and attempt to uninstall this. I like the save data itself is more than the fucking software. Come on. There we go. We'll leave the save data intact, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, so now we've done that, we can go ahead and reboot the system, make sure it still boots. It says 5.5.5e, which is good. So that means that's uninstalled. We've uninstalled the Haxgy app. So now we need a couple of things. So we start preparing our SD card. I'll just make sure it boots still. Because obviously I also like to live dangerously and do not have a NAND backup. I'm just going to complain because there's actually 2 partitions on this SD card. And there's one which has a Wii U Linux on it. So, this is the SD card we're working with here. Now obviously it's going to have a bunch of CBHC files on it. I'll leave them there, they don't take up much space, so I'm not too bothered. So what we need, first of all, we need the latest files for tiramisu for our cafe. It seems to boot fine, so what we're going to do is we have to get environment loader, that's important. We're going to get base tiramisu, we do want that, we want blue pear, because why not? We do want the installer, we want the... Select NAND dumper, payloader installer, and base tiramisu. We're going to get the FW image loader as well, because I use Wii U Linux, so that's going to be useful here. And then, obviously, we need environment loader required, so we can go ahead and download the package. And he's got a little web app, so that should just give us the files. That'll give us them here, so we'll leave them there for now. Next, we also need Wii U extract TOSD of the App Store here. Okay, so that's just going to give us the App Store. We already have the Homebrew App Store, so that's okay. Oh no, we actually need... Where there? Wii U underscore... Was it a dash? Oh, here we go. Wii U... I think I already have App Store, but that's fine. So we'll have that there. And then we need the SIGPatches RPX file. So we'll just save that. I don't know where we save that, so I'm just going to save that to downloads for now. So, we need to extract both of these to the root SD card. So this contains tiramisu, which you can see. And we'll just overwrite everything. Let's just copy that to there. Go ahead and replace files. Then we'll go ahead and contains the App Store, which we already have, but that's fine. Go ahead and replace it. Might as well replace it with the newest version. And then this needs to go. Let's go ahead and it's called 01. So we want to put this in the Wii U environments. God, this thing's gonna be messy, isn't it? Tiramisu modules, and then setup. Okay, that's pretty much it as far as I know. Right. So. Right. Okay. Browser exploit. So we do have internet access, which is good. So now what we need to do is go ahead and take the SD card out. I also like to live dangerously. Just grab it out. Probably not a good idea, but whatever. Put it in the SD card, and then we need to go to the old internet browser. That's my laptop. Hello. So, I don't know what it will pop up onto, actually. I can't remember what I visited last. What, YouTube? I mean, whatever YouTube video I watched last. I want to go... Oh, no. Computer Noodle. Just to see if it existed. It doesn't exist, by the way. So... there used to be all sorts of these different websites, and I think there still are, like, tons of these different websites available. It's really annoying to type when you're, like having to reach under a phone. That should be good. Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, shit, we exploit? No. Alright, well, I'm going to type it in quickly. Much quicker with two hands. Right. Yeah, okay here. Go ahead and run the homebrew launcher. I hope it works first time. Ooh, nice. Okay. Little custom sort of thing going on. What am I listening to? Okay. So, navigate to tiramisu. And press Y. Press A. Tiramisu boot selector. This is very fancy. And then we can go ahead and select Y. We do want to launch this as our main thing. Yep. Okay, and then so we hold Start in order to open the boot menu instead of Home, and then X to load the environment selector. So we should be into Tiramisu now. So if we want to launch the homebrew launcher, obviously we have our homebrew launcher program here. I don't know if that's going to work. I'll try it. I don't see why it wouldn't. But obviously we can also use the me maker. Yeah, that works. So that still works if you want to go that way. Just as have a way of doing that way. Otherwise we can use the me maker and then sort of press the home button while in the menu homebrew launcher to get into the me maker. Seems a bit of a pain. I'll just do it that way. You can launch me maker that way if you want. So now there's making a NAND backup. Now the issue is... now what it does say is... now what it used to say is that this was optional. Now, I don't think it says that anymore. Now... I'm gonna live dangerously now. Do not do as I do, just do as I say. Do a NAND backup. This is not a tutorial, by the way. I should really clear this up. This is not a tutorial. This is me just trying to get out for the first time. Now we need to install the payload launcher. So... factory reset won't uninstall it, okay? Now that you have your NAND back up, wink, you can install The payload launcher in your system. Okay. I mean, the SD card is not in my PC currently. So I need to restart the... Okay. So now I need to relaunch the browser exploit again. Okay. So, Wii U exploit. Just pretend you can see what I'm doing. Just type it in manually here. I used to have it in my favourites. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. So. Run this. Oh, I need to hold X, don't I? Oh, shut up, right there. Yeah, it's off now. The Wii U's gamepad's now complaining that it can't see shit, so that's fine. Turn on again. Okay. So. I love that all the SD card stuff is done. There's no... You just stick a bunch of files on your SD card and you just go. There's no dealing with DS applications or anything like that. It's just go. This is, what you call... good. I wonder if that boot 1 exploit is being used. I think there was a boot 1 exploit. Boot 2 or boot 1 exploit. I think it was found by RW444, I think. I think that's their name. I don't know if that's being used at all, but... So... I need to hold X while doing that while holding a phone can be a bit of a difficult bit, but so I'll type in the domain again here. exploit.xyz allow. So I'm gonna hold X and then tap up my phone. Accidentally also opened a new tab, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so now we need to select installer. Press A. So this will now... Right, it says, I'll check. Oh yeah, RWRR0644. There you go. That's his name. So, can we install health and safety information? PAL. Okay, install. Ooh, boot options. Press just install for now. It's fine. Let's get back up some files here. Okay. Oops. What happened there? Oh, there we go. Look at my finger. Oh. That's the fingerprint sensor. There you go. Oh. Come on. Wi-Fi. It's just dying again. Okay, there we go. I've got to shut down now. Okay. So now we want to go ahead and auto-boot Tiramisu. So we'll go ahead and boot. And what we want to do is I'm going to move the gamepad just so it's just on the table so I can just do that. It's easier. It's a lot easier. Okay, so now we can just go to... It's in useless stuff, but now it's not useless. I want to place it right there. It's very similar to the old 3DS exploit, where you used to, like, inject FBI into the health and safety information thing. I assume it's a completely different mechanism in the background, but it works. Actually, when we boot it, let's go ahead and do that. That looks real glamorous, but whatever. It works. Oh, actually, I want to hold X while doing it, so... He's going to complain about me, but I need to hold X. That's X. That is X. Yeah, shut up. I don't want to. I want to get into the thing. If it lets me. Oh no, it's just going to crash. Okay. Weird colours are getting on. Okay. It's booting. Man, the Wii U does take a while, doesn't it? It's the Wii U logo. Okay. I'll hold the phone properly now. There we go. So, let's try again. So we have to hold X and then tap our way in. And that'll take us back to the thing, and then we want to go to boot options, and then... Hello. Go to check. Boot options. Switch to payload loader. Shut down the console. So to change the default boot title, hold start, and that'll give us a little menu. Okay, let's try that. So we'll start up the console. Hello desk. Holes in it. So it's starting up the console. We'll go ahead and hold start here. See how quick this is to get into the menu. That's really quick. Okay, so we can load a few things. So okay, just load into the Wii U menu. Wow, that is super quick compared to cold boot hacks chi. Well, that's like almost stock boot times. That's very good. And with modules in there as well, so we can load stuff on boot. That's really cool. All right, so now this is kind of useless. So in the box you go. And what I kind of want to do is try and go ahead and hit the off button here, and just let it boot. Now, one thing I wonder is about the. It did say I did install the FW image loader. Let me take a look at this. How does this work? Okay, and now we hit. Let's turn it on, see how long it takes to boot. I guarantee you it'll be fast. Okay, it goes dark. There's a little line. Okay, so there's some lines and stuff on the screen, but... Otherwise, that's quick. But that's a quick boot. That's impressive. So how does this work then? So it's installed, but it didn't show up. There is an FW image. I don't know if it's on the root, but it's there. I think it's on the root. Okay. And then I should be able to boot to it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Well, that's it. That is the entire installation as far as I know. So I should be able to just stop here. That is, that's what we call in the business super cool. That's it. was that was very quick, yeah. I'm not sure how to run blue pear and things like that. Let's have a look at it. Maybe blue pear will tell me how to run all this sort of thing. But it does auto boot. It just connects. Okay. Cool. What was that RW thing? Get to it there quickly. Let me go into here. Does it? It just says you have to load it. Okay, I'm not sure how to get into it then. Okay, let me just make this bigger here again. And then, for some reason, blank it out. Because I'm going to look at the Discord. But that is super cool. That is quick. So, well, there's not else really much to cover. That was kind of it. I wasn't sure how long or complicated that was going to be. Very simple, in fact. Just in, out. Let's see if I can run something a bit more weird homebrew kind of thing. Don't know. And that means things like, for example, SD caffeine. You could load very easily. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. What I like is the homebrew launcher thing still works. I don't have to go through the Me Maker. I'm not sure if maybe the Me Maker is a different version or something, because that's what you have to do with Mocha usually, and I hate it. It's annoying because then you have to press the home button twice to get out of it. It's actually an older version. It's 1.4 instead of 2.1, so. Oh. Hello. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm just reading the comments. To be honest, the channel works fine for me. I don't have an issue with it. This works fine for me. But nice. It's all out. It's all out there now, so that's cool. Aroma's still not out, but that's kind of the future. But this sort of stepgap of tiramisu is quite nice. To be honest, I don't know if I'll ever actually go to Aroma personally, even if it comes out, because this idea of not having the homebrew launcher and stuff like that is a little bit much for me. Not, I like having the homebrew launcher. I don't like the homebrew launcher on the Wii U. It is a bit iffy, but I don't want to have all of my homebrew on the, because I've got like RetroArch installed, and so basically I just have tons of RetroArch icons on my desktop, and everything will be RPX, and it's like, well, I've got Elfs I want to boot, you know, old things that I want to boot, you know. But, you know, we'll see. Obviously, that's the future. And to be honest, I think personally, the homebrew launcher needs an update on Wii U. It looks kind of crummy. There definitely needs to be 5. There needs to be a patch for more than... Because the issue is you saw it earlier, things kind of glitch out when you have too many icons and stuff going on. They really need to fix that up. Make it so things work a bit better. There you go, blue pair pairing menu. I don't know if that's an ancient thing, but... Oh, now I have 2 homebrew app stores. Actually, I think I always had 2 homebrew app stores. I think one's RPX and one is Elf. Just seeing if there's anything else that got an update. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. But yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. So I'll, oh, I guess it uninstalled the other version. Go ahead and turn the Wii U off now if I can. This is very cool. Anyway, sorry, muttering to myself. I don't want to end the stream there, though, because it seems a bit weird to end a New Year's Day stream that quickly, but there's nothing really else to talk about. That was way quicker than I thought it would be. But yeah, cool. This thing's actually been out for a little while, I didn't realise. I think it just got to the front page. Yeah, yesterday. It was at 10 o'clock yesterday. But hey, I wasn't really in a position to do that, so. So yeah, sorry about just basically just I was just reading through the comments, having a look, and chilling for the New Year's stream. So I think that'll be it. Seems weird to do such a short stream as a sort of New Year's thing, but I don't think there's really much else to do. So thank you very much for watching. I think I accidentally put the thanks for watching text in the thumbnail, but actually, that's really going to bug me. I'm going to fix that right now. Right there. If I don't fix that, like I say, that's going to bug me as hell. Hell and back. But yeah, really easy installation. It's just bang in. Oh, Jesus. Hello, me. Let me just edit the thumbnail quickly. There we go. So yeah, like I say, thanks for watching. Been a bit of an interesting year for the stream and everything to do with it, really. I've done actually quite a bit, to be honest, this year. Doesn't seem like it, but I think overall my actual stream has got way better. Hopefully. Not necessarily more consistent, but more better. I think hopefully it is just generally a sort of better quality stream, not in terms of the actual microphone quality or the actual quality of the stream, but the actual quality. It's hard to describe. I wouldn't say it's great, but I think it's a bit better. I don't think it's ever been. Yeah, no, I'm gonna end it there, but it was too late. Anyway, obviously there's quite a few things that have been left unfinished. Pokemon Blue is still fucking going because I don't know how to finish a game apparently, and I've got a few other games I want to play and stuff. But Noita, I don't think Noita will come back for at least a few months. I'm kind of burnt out on it. Kind of run out of things to do in it, so that's going to be a sort of, maybe in a few months I might do another stream of it. For now, I love Noita, but, I gotta have a break from it. In terms of other stuff, obviously, we've got a few series left going on at the moment. So let's just talk about them very quickly. If I can find where I shut the file. So, at the moment we've got Pokemon Blue, I've got Lego Star Wars still, but Lego Star Wars is wrapping up. Need for Speed Most Wanted is just kind of getting started. I'm not sure if I'll finish that, to be honest. I'll think about it, but that's definitely going to be one that's going to be kind of more on the back burner, rather than a central core series to the channel. Celeste is a game I'm actually really enjoying. It may not sound like it, but I am actually having quite a bit of fun with it. I just feel like the last level we played was a little bit too kind of try and guess where you've actually got to go. And I guess maybe it's a little bit more non-linear than I thought it would be. And there's quite a lot of just trying to solve puzzles and working out what you've got to do. I enjoy the game still. I'll keep going with it. If it does become a bit too tedious, then I might give up on it. But I don't think that. I think it will take me quite a bit to give up on Celeste. So yeah, in terms of, I think Celeste is probably about halfway through. Probably, so I'm going to say it will probably be maybe 2 or 3 more streams of Celeste, a good 2 hours long, and that will be pretty much it with Celeste, hopefully. I think that will be actually pretty good with that. In terms of Need for Speed Most Wanted, that's a bit shaky. I'm not sure if I actually want to finish that game. I do enjoy it, but it's actually going to be getting on with it and trying it, but we'll see. Lego Star Wars is a video game, that's kind of starting to wrap up. That's probably only got maybe 2 or 3 streams left. So we've got a couple of games where already there's only maybe 2 or 3 streams left, and then got Pokemon Blue, which just seems to be some sort of back burner series. It just keeps going and going and going, and I keep doing very little parts of it, but I will finish it. So obviously we're going to run into the situation where we're going to need some new games. So I do want to do another sort of shorter game at some point. So I've got a few candidates for what I want to do. I might just pull a rabbit out of the hat at some point. In terms of another Pokemon game, I don't think I'll start one at this point until maybe July or August. maybe June, something like that. It won't be until at least the middle of the year until I start a new Pokemon game, if I do start a new Pokemon game, or a big RPG or something like that. For now, I just want to kind of keep it to shorter games that I can kind of get through with, 6 to 10 streams, maybe, maybe 5 to 10 streams, something that aren't games that aren't massive, because I feel like the longer a game is, the less chance I'm actually going to finish it. And I like finishing games. I don't do it often, but I do like doing it. So I'm going to try and pick up the pace for 2022. Try and do more streams when I can. Try and, maybe not every night, but crack one out, at least every 2 days. Every other day, kind of maybe try and crack one out. I won't stick to a strict schedule because I can't. Now, I kind of want to do at some point morning streams, and I've kind of backtracked on that. I think I do want to keep to doing evening streams, but kind of keep them to an hour or 2 hours and start them around a bit earlier. Maybe start them around 8 o'clock rather than 9 or 10 o'clock. That's kind of what I want to do. Kind of push the streams a bit earlier so I can go for a little bit longer and actually have, sleep. But yeah, so I've got a few ideas of games that I want to play and get through and stuff. It's gonna be a bit of a thing, but yeah. Either way. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Here's to 2022. Hopefully it's better than 2021. It's bound to be, innit? Thanks to everyone who, tuned in, watched. Even a little bit. During 2021, it's been a bit of a weird year. A lot of live streams, not a lot of videos. Kind of like a polar opposite kind of years like 2019. 2020, really? Well, 2020, I didn't really. Actually, 2019, I don't think I did much, did I? 2020, I didn't do much. 2019 was like a big year for videos in particular. 2020, I didn't really do much, did I? And 2021 was more about the live streams. I kind of want to get a better balance because I know a lot of people don't like the live streams because it is something you've got to like, You can't, not everyone's going to like the live streams. They don't like the long form stuff. So having maybe, and I'm not going to do like a gameplay series. I'm not going to do that again. I might do one-off gaming videos and stuff. That will happen. But I'm not going to do things like, I'm not going to do like a recorded game series, I don't think. Unless it's a really short game that I can do in maybe a couple of hours and I can split up in to a few parts. And then upload. That, I could do something like that where I take a game that takes maybe a couple of hours or an hour and a half to play, split it up into 20, 25-minute kind of episodes, as it were. And that, I know people like that sort of thing. But for now, that's sort of a future plan. I do have a couple of videos in the works for January. So let me tell you what's happening in January. Nothing. I am going to take a break from streaming in January, hence why I'm doing the thank you for watching properly. Thanks for watching 2021 and stuff. And doing a proper kind of retrospective kind of thing. The plan for January is to not really do any live streams. It's to kind of take a break, maybe focus on a couple of videos. Kind of get to the roots, just upload a couple of videos that aren't too important. And then maybe I've got a third kind of in the back of my head. Just a couple of videos that kind of take back to the roots. The roots of the channel. We're going to do a Sonic. We're going to go back to the roots. And when we say back to the roots, I mean completely different. that's what I want to do. Just upload a couple of videos, keep it chill. February, sometime early February, probably. Maybe to mid-February, something like that. Early to mid-February. Depends how many videos I want to get out. I want to start live streaming again. I'll probably start with Pokemon again. Just crack out Pokemon. Because why not? You know. Because that's kind of something I enjoy quite a bit. I do enjoy the Pokemon streams. It's just they're a bit of a pain to set up and get going. But because I'm using the desktop still. If you're wondering, I switched probably around August, maybe September or so. It gradually shifted my live streams over to this laptop, which is way powerful and it's way more convenient for streaming. However, Pokemon, I still use, and you can probably tell, the desktop. I still use my desktop computer, which I used for streaming before, which is way less powerful, and it is a bit of a pain because it does lag with some of the more simpler things. You probably noticed that the presentation is slightly different and everything looks slightly off. But yeah, I try and keep parity sort of similar, but it's hard to. Yeah. Either way, I think I finished blabbering on about what's going on. Like I say, I want to keep getting out videos more regularly. The biggest thing is I don't mind recording videos. Well, I do live streams. I like recording videos, and I like kind of just recording and chatting and stuff. I'm not very good at condensing that and editing that. I'm not very good at editing, in all honesty. That's probably one of my biggest weaknesses. Is I don't mind editing. Actually, I do. That's one thing. I don't really enjoy editing that much because it's just kind of pain. I have to sift through and edit. Like sometimes you can kind of get into a groove, and I like Caden Live a lot, but I just feel like I can't get into proper kind of flow with Caden Live. I feel like it's sort of stutter a bit, and it's a bit sort of. Well, I've used quite a few editing programs. I've tried Sony Vegas. I did not really like Sony Vegas. Some of my videos were actually edited in Sony Vegas. I think that the Stanley Parable one, I think that was edited in Sony Vegas. Some of my kind of earlier videos, I think probably from around 2016 or something, 2017, for Sony Vegas. I also use some other program. I've been using Caden Live for a while now. I don't mind it, and it has improved over the years. But I will be honest, I like Final Cut Pro. I feel it has a bit of flow to it. It feels way easier to get the stuff that you want to get done. While Caden Live feels a little clunky. You can get it all done, but it's a bit more hit and miss, I'm not going to touch Adobe Premiere with a Barge Pro. I don't have a Mac though, so if I ever get a Mac, which is highly unlikely by the way, I will continue to use Caden Live because it's probably the best free editing software out there that isn't DaVinci Resolve. I cannot run DaVinci Resolve. You need a beefy computer. You need a dedicated graphics card. You need this. You need that. You need a proper beefy computer in order to run DaVinci Resolve. I do not have that. It's a great editing program if you can run it, and it is on Linux, but I just can't, I do stream on Windows on this laptop, just because I don't really have the Artix Linux setup. What I use for editing, I do occasionally live stream on the Artix Linux side for some things, but I do find it a bit. I do find OBS. Well, actually, I find it works better on Linux, but I do find that just things are a little bit easier to kind of work with. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I have used Windows, and even now, after I've used Linux for a couple of years at least now, it's still kind of a bit clunky. My Artix Linux installation is quite clunky. It's a bit. archaic, if you will. And it's not exactly massively reliable, I will say. Obviously, on my desktop, I stream on Linux. I used to edit on Linux. I still edit on Linux because I do prefer that. I find Kdenlive works way better on Linux, and it works fine on there. That all works fine. So I do edit and make my videos on Linux, Arctic Linux and Ubuntu and stuff. But I used to make them on Windows 7, Windows 10. You know, I'm not fussy. You know, I won't. I'm not like a diehard. I won't. I can see the benefits of Windows because everything's on there. It's just everything's there. But I do. And I would love to go to Linux exclusively, but I just can't at the moment. I ran out my desktop and I mainstreamed it for a year and a half or so, and I enjoyed it. But it's those things that you just can't do, and it kind of gets in the way of things. And I do feel that if you're going to be using something as a gaming machine, Windows still has an edge over Linux, I think, for gaming. Just about. If you want to, if you want to get into it, you can set up Steam and Lutris and all that sort of stuff, and it will work fine. But I think it's just a tinge above, except obviously for Extreme Tux Racer. That works on Linux perfectly fine. I think that's it. I think that is the end of the stream. And of course, of a sort of, an era of the channel. I don't really refer to the channel by name anymore. I don't know why. It's got a shit name in it. I'll just change the name, I think, at some point, properly. I kind of gone for this hybrid sort of thing. But, yeah. I think that's it. Like I say, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Welcome to the end of the era. But when the stream comes back, it's not going to look any different. I'm just going to keep this, because I like the look of this. I'll probably look at it in a few months' time and go, what the hell was I thinking? But for now, it looks okay. I was made in GIMP, by the way. GIMP and Critter. Which, by the way, I like Critter. I think it's decent. I don't care. It says. So, yeah, for the new year, let us out. And to welcome in the new year, I guess. Bit of music. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Saturday.